Okay, good afternoon, student, once again. So I'll be teaching you all today on the topic mouth-to-mouth ventilation. Good afternoon. Mouth-to-mouth ventilation. You can write down. Mouth-to-mouth ventilation. Mouth-to-mouth ventilation. Mouth-to-mouth ventilation. Have you heard about mouth-to-mouth ventilation?
Yes.
We always inhale air every day, na? So the air that we inhale, it means we always like exhale like air every day, na? So the air we exhale contain how many % of oxygen? The air we exhale contain how many % of oxygen? Any idea? Anyone? Okay, if no idea, then you can just write down. The air we exhale, it contain about 16% oxygen, okay, which is very, very much like sustain for life, which is needed to sustain life, okay? It is more than needed, means like it's enough. You can just write down, just for your knowledge, the air we exhale contain 16% oxygen. The air we exhale contain 16% oxygen, 16. Don't write 60, 16% oxygen. Which is more than is needed to sustain life. You can write down like that also. Which is more than needed to sustain life. This is just for your like knowledge. So in mouth-to-mouth ventilation, now what we need to do is that like we have to mainly we have to mainly blow the air from our lung, okay? We have to blow the air from our lung into the casualty mouths, okay? Or else in the casualty nose, okay? But in case of child, mouth and nose together, like they used to do, okay? Mouth and nose together, they used to do. So why we need to blow the air from our lung into the casualty mouth? Why we need to do like this, okay? In order to fill the casualty lungs. So we have to perform like this, okay? So I'll be teaching you all these steps like one by one. So first step, what you need to do is that, wait, let me show you all. Can you see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first, okay, you can join me. Who can join me? No, Suraksha, you can join me. Suraksha, and then Jiban, you can also join me. Shilunok, you can join me. You can on your video, I mean to say. Carly, you can join me. Carly, you can join me. Jiban, Suraksha, you can join me. Just to on your video nicely, okay? So because we have to do, okay. Or Suraksha, you want to perform alone? So first of all, like, have you ever heard about mouth-to-mouth ventilation? Means resuscitation. I mean, have you ever heard? Movie में देखा होगा.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So first of all, what you need to do is that like you have to pinch the casualty nose, okay? You have to pinch the casualty nose. Pinch your nose. Pinch your nose, or you can write pinch nose. You have to, yes. Okay. Okay, Suraksha, why did you off your video? So any problem or what? Okay. Okay, Shiranok, it's okay. Okay, first of all, what you need to, like, first of all, like, you have to check now whether the patient is conscious or not. You have to check. So if you find that the patient is unconscious, so your first aim should be you should try to open the patient airway. That is your first priority that you need to keep, okay? You have to try to open the patient, like, airway. Okay, Shiranok?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the casualty, and we have two hands now. We have two hands. So try to place the one hand on the forehead, like this, on the forehead, and the other one on the chin. Okay, do it. Okay, and then you already placed now your one hand, suppose I'm keeping my left hand on my forehead and the other on my chin. So, and then try to tilt the casualty head this backward. How to tilt backward? Yes, very good. See, Carly, very good. Okay, or you should slightly leave the chin like this, like leave the chin like this backward. This is the first step. Okay, you can also write down in theoretically, like, so that you won't forget. Open the airway, number one. Number two is place one hand on the forehead and the other on the chin. Open airway means like you will let the casualty this mouth to open like this. Like this, they will, how to show you? You have to open the mouth like this. Means the casualty will open the mouth because you have to open the airway now, so it will be like this. Like this. Shirinok is keeping on smiling and smiling. You understand? Mouth to mouth. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have to make it sure, okay, that the airway is clean. So because first of all, you have to do like this now, like this. So you have to make sure before giving the breath, you have to make sure that whether the airway is clean or not, whether there is any debris or any waste product, whatever it is now, or all the rubbish thing that is present in the casualty mouth or not. First of all, you will check. Otherwise, you can get infection now. So you have to check all those things. These are the very, very important points to remember. Okay. Are you clear that much? And now you already kept the patient in the position now. And while keeping the patient in the position, try to pinch the nose. Pinch the nose. Now because in that position I showed you now like that, from there you pinch the nose. Shirinok, do. Okay, pinch the nose shut, okay? And then once you do like this now, first you make the position, once you do like this, and then this is the casualty mouth. Now, then with your mouth, now try to cover the casualty like this. It's mouth to mouth. It will be mouth to mouth. I hope you understand. It will be mouth to mouth like that, okay? It's not like that you will let the casualty like this and directly will apply it like your mouth over the casualty mouth. It's not like that. The first you need to pinch it. Okay, the nose shut, totally close. Okay, then after that you'll start giving this breath. Okay, and then while giving the breath, like your mouth and the casualty casualty mouth should totally be touched, and you will give breath. Nah? So while giving the breath, at that time, you should always take the regular breath, like normally. Now, normally how you are breathing, nah? You should give that one. Not like that, not the deep one, okay? Because giving excess amount of air to the casualty can cause damage. Okay? That's why you always remember that give regular breath. You can write down regular breath, not deep breath, DEEP. See, you're not writing at all.
Pardon, please.
What did you say, Balu? You want to perform?
What are you saying? I cannot understand. I cannot understand you.
You cannot understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Carly, perform. See, Carly, Balu, nice.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you have network issue. That's why you can't understand.
Balu. बालो सुनाई दे रहा है बालो?
Yes, yes, yes.
सबसे पहले ये पेशेंट का हेड को ऐसे टिल्ट करना है. वीडियो दिख रहा है?
Yes.
एक हाथ इधर चिन पे, दूसरा ये फोरहेड पे. हाँ, उसके बाद इसको थोड़ा पीछे ले जाओ. उसके बाद ये नाक को बंद कर दो. हाँ, पिंच करो नाक नोज को. उसके बाद ये मुंह से धीरे धीरे से हवा देते रहना है.
कैसा टाइप का हवा देना है वो भी बता दो, नहीं तो जोर बना देगा बालो.
ये ज्यादा जोर से हवा मत फूको. ये धीरे धीरे जैसे सांस लेता है तुम, ऐसा ही देना है. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, very good. Balu, you are clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, and always remember that like you should give one breath, okay? One breath for 1 second. Write down. Give one breath for 1 second. Means 1 second के लिए सिर्फ एक breath देना है. Understand? Understand? Understand, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this is the process of like rescue breath. Okay, how rescue breath is being given. We call it as rescue breath. In the introduction of the resuscitation, I have explained about the rescue breath and then CPR, now cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So first of all, we always give this kind of like this process, that is rescue breath. But when after performing the rescue breath, now if this rescue breath, giving of rescue breath over doesn't work, then we go to CPR. And then when you give when you close the nose tip, then after that, when you give breath, at the time you have to observe the patient chest. You have to observe, because हम जब सांस लेते हैं, it pop up. Now you have to see the patient chest. Understand? You have to see the patient chest. Otherwise, how you will come to know that whatever air you are giving to the like casualty, that actually is inhaled by him or not, you will not know, na? That's why you have to see the chest कि वो भी like जो सांस दिया है वो ले रहा है क्या, या फिर it's coming or not. You have to see the chest. So once you think that like it's once you feel that the casualty already received or already is in its normal like breath flow, then you can stop the process. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then like, or you can simply write down in a simple form, like means like if you want to write that down, like you can just write down that chest begin to rise. You can write down in a simple way. Chest begin to rise. Chest begin to rise. क्योंकि जब सांस हम देंगे और वो कैजुअलिटी जब सांस रिसीव किया है तो like obviously उसका chest भी rise up होगा ना, तो you just write in a simple form. The chest begin to rise. So as soon as you will see that the casualty chest is rising up, what you need to do? You need to continuously keep giving the breath, or else you will stop at that particular movement when you find out that it rises up. What do you need to do?
Stop, ma'am.
Yes, very good. And always be very careful not to give too much of air. So that is the main point. So this is how you need to give, okay? Mouth to mouth, like ventilation. It is very, very much like simple. Did you miss out any point, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, you can you can write down some important points, okay? Who's that? Okay, you write down some important point, okay? Mouth, you write down. Mouth to mouth ventilation. Excuse me. Mouth to mouth ventilation should not be given or should not be given, or you can write should not be used in case of, should not be used in case of poisoning, poisoning, poisoning.
Ma'am.
Yeah, say
In case of what?
in case of poisoning, poisoning. In case of poisoning, recurrent vomiting, recurrent vomiting. If you need the spelling, you just ask me. Recurrent vomiting, comma, serious facial injuries, serious facial injuries, etc., etc., etc. Did you understand? When, at which point you are not supposed to give the mouth to mouth this resuscitation or ventilation. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now, as we mentioned that like someone is unconscious because of poisoning, because of like facial injury, or because of recurrent vomiting. Recurrent vomiting means like continuously vomiting, okay? So they are unconscious, they need, like their breathing pattern is not normal, okay? They need this resuscitation. So if mouth to mouth is not possible, so what is the other rescue method that you can perform beside mouth to mouth? Anyone? Rescue breathing. Anyone?
Rescue the life.
What? Okay, anyone? Mouth to?
CPR, ma'am.
The CPR is when the rescue breathing जब नहीं होता तब ना. Now I'm asking only mouth to mouth. अगर नहीं हुआ तो हमको और क्या देना है? Mouth to? What is this?
Nose.
Then mouth to nose. The patient will be in the same position like this. The mouth will be closed, and then you have to give that breathing now from the nose. Nose से blow करना है from here. यहाँ से सांस देंगे हम. क्योंकि यहाँ पे इंजुरी है ना और पॉइजनिंग है तो you can get infected ना you yourself also. That's why mouth to nose is preferable when mouth to mouth is not like it cannot be performed. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can also write down some like some point. If the casualty chest fail to rise, if the casualty chest fails to rise, first assume that airway is not fully open. Airway is not fully open. Full stop. Full stop. Are you clear? Because when you give the breathing, now when you give the resuscitation, now you have to check now whether the chest it rise up or not. So when this fail, when rising, you're giving the breathing, but when you see that the chest doesn't rise up, if it fails, then you have to stop. So if once you stop, you have to again restart it. You can write it down. You can write it down. Adjust the position of the head and jaw. Adjust the position of the head and jaw and try again. Adjust the position of the head and jaw and try again. Full stop. Full stop. If there is still no ventilation, if there is still no ventilation, the airway may be blocked, comma, the airway may be blocked, comma, and first treat for choking, and first treat for choking. First treat for choking. So what here it says is that like here what happened is that at first you will check now whether the casualty chest rise up or not. If it is not rise up, then you have to perform the rescue breathing method. You have to try again now. So after trying again, like when you try again, you have to position the head and the jaw again. Okay, maybe the mouth was not opening fully. Okay, the airway was not opening fully. Yeah, fear the head position is not proper or the jaw position is not proper. So you have to reposition it again and then try it again. And even after trying again for the second time, if there is still no ventilation, then it means that the airway may be totally blocked. So first you have to treat for choking. So what is choking? What is choking?
Check.
क्या बोला
When
बालो?
something is
Yes,
stuck.
Check body.
बालो फिर से बोलो जोर से. तुम्हारा आवाज इतना वो हो रहा है रे, ना सुनाई नहीं दिया. धीरे धीरे बोलो अच्छा से.
To check our breathing.
Okay.
Check our chest.
Okay, Carly, can you please tell me what is choking?
When something is stuck in the throat, ma'am.
Yes, very good. When there is something stuck in the throat, or when there is obstruction in the throat, then that time the जितना भी बाहर से वो है breathing देने का, resuscitation, ventilation देने का कोशिश करो, like it won't work, ना? So that is the only point. So if you are asked, then you can reply back like this. Are you clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And always remember that, okay, you have to check the casualty pulse, okay, to make sure that the heart is beating properly or not. You can write down the point if you want to write it down. You have to check the casualty pulse to make sure that the heart is beating. क्योंकि casualty का pulse पकड़ने से ही तो, क्योंकि pulse तो मैंने सिखाया था ना, 9 sides of taking pulse. मैंने सिखाया था तो 9 sides of taking pulse तो सब साइड तो सीख लिया सीखने के बाद तुम रेडियल पल्स देखो सुनाई नहीं दिया ब्रेकियल में जाओ ब्रेकियल सुनाई नहीं दिया तो दूसरा रेडिकल ये सब में जाओ ऐसा you keep on going like that because you already know na there are 9 sides of taking pulse. So to check the casualty pulse to make sure that the heartbeats is very very much important. Okay, क्योंकि pulse check करने से ही heartbeat कैसा है पता चलता है. Done writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we have 9 sides of taking pulse, na? So when the person is unconscious, okay, at that time, and he's not even breathing properly, or you could not feel his breathing pattern, and you could not feel the pulse also. So what is the last pulse that you will feel that will indicate that the person is alive or dead? I told you that day.
Carotid, ma'am.
Very good, carotid. And where is your carotid pulse located?
In the neck area, ma'am.
Okay, show me, Carly, on your video. Show me. Where is your carotid? All of you see, okay? सिर्फ किताब में लिख के पढ़ के फायदा नहीं होगा अगर प्रैक्टिकली अप्लाई नहीं कर पाने से it's of no use. See, Carly will be doing.
Here, ma'am.
Yes. Now can you feel it? You try to feel it.
Yes, ma'am. I can feel it.
Okay, okay. That is the last pulse कि इंसान को हम like when this pulse stop, that means the insan or like he's no more alive. That is the main like this. That is observed plus the only process that apply is CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. ये दो चीज ये define करता है कि इंसान like जिंदा है या फिर गुजर गए. Are you clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Carly, please take attendance, okay, for this. Gayatri already took the previous one. Jiban, his network is not that good, I think. Jiban, can you somehow hear me?
Ma'am, I took the attendance, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Or like when there is injury in the mouth and all that, at the time also they used to use mouth to nose breathing, okay? Okay, please take attendance, Carly.
Ma'am, done.
Okay. Okay, you write down 1 point, all of you. For mouth to nose, comma, close the casualty mouth with your thumb. Close the casualty mouth with your thumb. With your thumb. And seal your lips around the casualty nose. Seal. S-E-A-L. And seal. Seal का मतलब बंद कर देना हाँ. And seal your lips around the casualty nose. Have you completed writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is how you need to perform, okay? Like you have to close the casualty mouth, okay? With your thumb. You just need to close the casualty mouth thumb. Unconscious होगा ना तो खुद close नहीं कर पाएगा. So with the help of your thumb, you have to close the casualty mouth. So after closing the casualty mouth, then you have to seal your lips, okay, with the casualty nose. And then from there, you will start like giving the giving the breath. You start the resuscitation technique. I mean, pura aisa like thumb se pura ye band kar dena hai, and then with here you need to put your mouth here, lips totally lips will cover the nose, and then you will start giving. I have the video also, but it's not required, I think. So did you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. I think actually itna kafi hai, right? No need to discuss so many things in one day. Is it okay?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Or you want some more?
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay. You understand now, all of you, every single point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then I hope that these particular things that I taught, you could apply practically when you come to in this type of situation, okay? When you find someone in this kind of situations, unconscious situation, then I hope that you could like apply whatever you have learned in your student life. So, okay, then that's all for today, and have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.